Hi friends, so today we're going to be working on our writing again, and we're going to be specifically talking about how we start our opinion writing. So what we use to gain our readers' attention and make them keep reading. So this says be awesome beginnings and leads, and we're going to be talking about some fun ways to start our writing. So there are two ways that we're going to talk about to start our writing, and these should be pretty familiar to you because we've used them before. So the first one is a question. So we can ask our readers a question to get them interested in what we're going to be talking about. The second one is one word or a phrase, or maybe a sound that we can get our readers' attention and grab them in to keep reading our writing. So first we're going to talk about question and what type of questions and some examples on what we can do to grab our readers' attention by asking them a question. So by asking our readers a question, this will make the reader wonder what will happen or what will be talked about in our writing. So they'll want to keep reading to see what the answer to the question is. So some examples that I came up with for my topic of wanting first graders to have more time for lunch and more time to eat during lunchtime are, have you ever been rushed to finish eating? And then you would state your opinion. Or, have you ever gotten a tummy ache from eating too fast? Or, can you remember a time you had less time for recess because you had to finish eating? Or the last one I came up with is, do you ever not get to finish your lunch because you want time for recess? So these are all examples of questions I can start off my writing opinion of first graders should have more time to eat their lunches. So another example of how we can start off our writing is one word or a phrase. So leading with one word or a phrase will grab the reader's interest and attention to make them want to continue to read your writing. So this phrase is going to grab their attention and they're going to be like, I wonder why they used that one word or that phrase to start off their writing. And they're going to keep reading because they're going to be interested in what your writing is. So some examples that I came up with are ring, 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 because that might be the sound of the bell that tells you that it's time for recess. Or crunch, crunch, because you might hear that when you're eating your lunch or opening a bag of chips or eating your chips. And then another one was one more minute, because you might hear this, but you might not be done with your lunch yet. So that tells us that we might need more time for lunch. So those are just some examples I came up with related to my topic, in my opinion, of wanting first graders to have more time for lunch. So now I want you to practice creating your own strong lead to begin your opinion writing. I don't want you to be erasing what you already have on your paper, but I want you to put a strong lead in front of your topic sentence or in front of where you stated your first opinion. So your page should look like this. And you might have some writing down here because you might have stated your opinion already. But I want you to either write it underneath and draw an arrow, or if you have room up here, I want you to think of a strong lead that might be related to your topic. I know we have topics such as wanting gym class every day, or wanting free choice, or wanting more time for recess, or wanting ice cream or cake at school. So those are topics that I know a lot of our friends are writing about in our class, and I want you to think of leads for your specific topic or your opinion. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to brainstorm some things. You might be able to write those down on a scratch piece of paper, or if you have your writing nearby, you can write them on there. Just brainstorm some. So now that you've thought of some ideas of how you can lead your writing, I want you to look at how I led my writing. And then this is how yours is going to look at the end of our day today. So this is my paper, and my sketch up here is about my topic sentence. So there's a boy eating lunch, and I labeled the desk. There's a girl over here eating lunch, so I labeled her lunch, and I even drew a speech bubble, and she says, "I have time," and then I drew a clock, and I labeled that, because that's how we tell time with clocks. So my writing says, "Have you ever gotten a tummy ache from eating too fast? I think first graders at Quincy should have more time to eat their lunch." So as you can see, my sketch and my labels talk about what I talked about in my topic sentence. And my question, I led with a question, grabbed my reader's attention because maybe my reader had a tummy ache from eating too fast, or maybe they want to learn about why someone might get a tummy ache from eating too fast. So this is the way I thought to grab my reader's attention, and we'll just have to wait and see how the rest of my opinion writing goes as our week progresses and we learn more about our writing. So today, all I want you to work on is your stating your opinion. So your first page in your booklet. I want you to think about a lead that you might have. So you can use a question, or you can use a one word, or a sound, or a phrase as grabbing your reader's attention. And I want you to write that in on your paper. And once we're done, there'll be a seesaw that you're going to submit just a picture of your first page. And I want you to have your lead and your topic sentence, and then your sketching and your labeling all done. So your first page should be complete by the time we're done with our writing today. So go ahead and get started, and you can do your writing. And once you're finished, I want you to post it onto Seesaw. There will be an activity for it. We can't wait to see what you guys come up with for your leads to get our attention to read the rest of your writing.